So now I'm in the small town of Sheffield, Texas. And so if you look at the map, you can see where Highway 290 splits off I-10, kind of heads to the south a little bit and kind of parallels I-10 for a while. Well, that road passes right here through Sheffield. And so Sheffield kind of feels like a town that the world forgot. I'm sure that the people here are very determined and proud, but I do worry that this town is in danger of becoming another West Texas ghost town. There does not appear to be a functioning gas station in this town, though it looks like at one time there were at least 3 in this part of town. Sheffield was reported to have a population of 600 back in the year 2000. But in 2008, the largest employer here closed, and with it all the jobs. And so this appears to be a community that's just hanging on out here. There may actually be a restaurant still in business, the Tin Cup Cafe. It's not open right now, unfortunately, and I'm really hungry. And there may still be a hotel in operation associated with that restaurant. So I mentioned that in 2008, the largest employer in Sheffield shut down. Well, that employer was right here. This is a former juvenile prison or boot camp. And it appears that most of the prison guards here, or security guards, lived in this row of houses right there, and they all appear to be empty now. Completely abandoned. All of these are vacant. There definitely is a certain creepiness I feel walking around a place like this. It's my understanding this place was rocked by scandal during the later years that it was open. So I'm continuing my I-10 detour at Fort Lancaster State Historic Site. This was established in 1855 and was one of the most isolated forts in the state. Like Fort Davis, it protected the southern route to California. In 1867, 40 soldiers successfully defended the fort from a force of 400 Kickapoo, and it was the only U.S. Army fort in Texas to ever be attacked by Native Americans. This fort was permanently closed in the late 1870s. At that point, almost all of the Native Americans in Texas had been pushed out. I've been wanting to tour this fort for quite some time, so join me as I explore this area. So the first ruins to your right as you come out of the back of the building, these are what's left over of the commanding officers' quarters. Another row of officers' quarters right here, extending to the next couple of buildings beyond. So these are the remains of the hospital. Pretty small compared to the one at Fort Davis. So that's the commissary. Not much left of the store. Now this is something a little different than I've seen at the other forts. This had a lime kiln. You can see it right over there. Next we have the blacksmith shop. Now this is the crown jewel of the fort ruins right here. The best preserved of all the buildings. So these are the Company K barracks. Look at that chimney. So probably the second best preserved structure here are the Company H barracks. Be sure to visit the indoor exhibits. There's a lot of great information and context about the history of this part of Texas in the mid to late 1800s. High above the Pecos River Valley near Fort Lancaster is one of the best places to watch the sunset in Texas. This is off Highway 290 to the east of Sheffield.